All right, we're going to welcome you to the Principals Podcast. This is, gosh, are we now officially in season 5, Mr. Hyam? Is this season 5 or 4?
Uh,
I
I, you know what?
I think
Whatever
it's
it is, it's been a long time. But
so.
it may
I think it is season 4,
four.
season 4 or 5. We'll figure it out
We'll figure
on
it
the
out.
next podcast. But the purpose of this is to kind of for you to understand a little bit more about ourselves. When you will listen to any podcast out there, you're hearing people talking from the heart. You're hearing people talking what's on their mind. But in this way, we created this out of the pandemic, and we do it once a week to highlight whatever's going on, students, staff members. But in this first podcast of the fall of 23, it's a get to know your principals. Purpose of that is for some of our new families and some of our new students just to get to know who we are. So I'm Mr. Murray. There's 2 Dougs here. We're going to have Mary Pat's middle name is Doug, so we can just call each other Dougs. But I've been here now. This is going on my 11th year. I'm a Chardon graduate, and my whole family is from Chardon. My wife's from Chardon. I just finally have my first graduate of Chardon. So I love this place. It's my home. I'm very passionate about our core values. And this past summer, probably the greatest moments were watching my daughters play softball on the same team. That was a lot of fun, and celebrating graduation with the oldest before she heads off to college. So I want to transition, and we'll get into school in a moment. But Mr. Hyam, how are you?
Doing well. How's everyone out there?
Well, they're probably saying, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
And they don't want to see this video because that means they're coming back soon.
That's
and
true.
All they're sleeping in. And so I don't think they're going to. I mean, the parents will love the video. The parents will like this. It'll be very informative for them. But the students, they're going to be like, all right, guys, come on, enough. I'll see you August 11th at the orientation, the fun stuff. But I don't want to see you before August 11th. I think that's the day we'll see them, right?
Yeah, that's our 8th graders, new students on that date, for sure. Miss Pavzek, how are you?
I'm doing great. Super excited to be back. So I know we're all used to our summer routines with the transition back to the school routine, but super excited to come back.
Which is great for you because this will be notch number 2 in the books. So you already went through the rodeo once.
Yep.
Which is outstanding. I want to first begin by talking about both your summers. So each of you highlight something you did this summer that you would love to share with our families. We'll go reverse now. We'll go Mary Pat because she just got back from a cool place.
Yes. So I had a phenomenal summer. So lots of kids stuff with my nieces and nephews. So baseball, softball, dance, all of that. And then I went on a really special trip. So yeah, I just got back last week. I went to South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Botswana. Got to see the Big 5. So saw lions, like up close lions in a safari vehicle, talking like right there, lions roaring. Elephant, no joke. I'll show you all my pictures and videos. It took plenty. Elephants, zebras, giraffes, leopards, buffaloes, you name it, I saw it all. And it was just great to be on a completely different continent, so super far away. It was also really interesting. It was winter there. So to be in a place where it's winter, where it's summer here, it was still pretty warm. So like upper 50s, lower 60s. So not our kind of winter. But it was dark at 5:30. So at 5:30, it was pitch black, which was really interesting. But with that said, being in the wilderness, we got to see all the stars in the sky. So it was just once in a lifetime, amazing life experience.
That's awesome. And you are a science teacher by trade. So you were and you love giving back and serving and learning. So we will definitely have to go offline on this podcast and have a specific podcast about that and that experience.
A whole lot I can say about what I learned from each animal. That's absolutely sure.
Yeah. Mr. Hyam, how was your summer?
All baseball.
All 3 weeks of it.
Yeah, true. I worked all the way through June. Seemed to have a couple days there around the 4th, and then went away to the Outer Banks, which is enjoyable. And then we went baseball, Ripken, and did over 50 games this year. And with my 13-year-old son, who's going to be an 8th grader here at Chardon High School. So all the incoming 8th graders just know my son will be here. He's coming from Mentor, so he's looking for some friends and looking to hang out with some people. So if anyone wants to come and meet somebody new, my son Jordan will be here, and he's excited. And so, like you said, Murray, every summer seems to go faster. And but I think this is year 31 for me, Murray. So and Mary Pat. So we're starting to get up to those magic numbers here. I don't know how many more we got, but 31. I remember year 1 and thinking, boy, it's going to be a long time, and I don't know where those years went. So Murray, what have we been together up here? 7 years, 8 years? I don't know.
Amazing.
It seems like yesterday, but now all of a sudden we got the years together. So
this is going to be going to finish. This year will be my 24th total year. Miss Pavasek, what year are you transitioning into?
17. So that feels crazy to me too.
and you're only 29. How did you do that? Did you start in
right.
Yeah, she's like that Doogie Howser show where that really smart in 3rd grade and graduated in 8th grade from college and
high school. Yeah.
So we have a lot coming up. We don't want to keep people too long on this, just to get to know us. But how can families, how can students, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you? First, Mary Pat, what's a great way for them to get a hold of you?
So during the school year, so when you come into student services, you'll see 2 offices. You'll see Mr. Heim's office and my office. So you can come in anytime. So if the door is closed, just peek in and maybe give a little knock, but otherwise my door is always open. So you're always more than welcome to come in. You can email me. So that's another really great way to communicate. marypat.pavasek@chardonschools.org. Or parents, if you need to call me, you can also call me at 440-286-0413. But with that said, again, for students and for parents, you're always more than welcome to come up here to the high school. If you don't see me in my office, I'm running around the hall somewhere. So pretty like to stay visible, like to be out there. So yeah, those are just a few of the ways you can reach out to me.
So Murray, I'm going to turn my camera. Just blocked it. But, those are the windows, the kind of student services that everyone will see. We have a lot of windows. The problem is we don't see the outside. We have windows. So we can't say that we don't have windows in our office, because we do. You don't have, Murray, you don't have windows, but we have windows, and we see all the great students that come in. So parents, when you come up with your son or daughters early in the year, stop in, say hello, and get to know us. We'll get to know your child, and because we'll be working together for a good 5 years together. They start early, and we do things by alphabet. So Miss Pavasek works with students A to L. I have M to Z, but that doesn't mean we don't work with all students at all times. It's just if there's a unique meeting or a unique situation or some things that kind of come up, we kind of tend to stay by the alphabet. But all 3 of us, we work with all students at all times. So if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask one of us, and we'll help you as much as we can.
As you were talking, I saw that it looks like we had some volleyball players coming by. They probably want, will you change my schedule? I don't even know their schedule. They want it changed.
Yeah, that's they don't even know their schedules, but they want to change their schedules. So, and that's the other thing. We have a lot is an understatement, but we have great teachers here, and there's a mindset. Well, I got to have this teacher. I got to have this class, and that's not always the best for your child. So make sure you come up, ask us a question. If you heard something, you feel like something could work better for your child, we're open to working together and, getting that schedule to be the best we can for your child.
Before we say goodbye, is there a certain thing that you're looking forward to this year, or a goal that you have for this year, or maybe even final words for kids, anything you want to share with kids about what you have, what you hope for, long for, or preparing for.
So I guess I'll go first. I'll have to go first here. So I am super excited to get the school year started. So just walking in this morning, kids were holding the door open for me. Chardon is just such a special place, and our students are so respectful and kind and really want to get the most out of their educational experience, their athletic experience, all of those things that are a part of being human. And my goal this school year is to support that. So to support that for the students, to support that for our staff, and also to support that for the parents. So we work so much with parents too. So again, that's why it's important to have our contact information there if you need us. But whatever I can do to be a support system to make this the best experience for our students, staff, and for their families, that's my goal this school year.
I'm going to get back to our roots. Murray, I think you remember before COVID, we had High Five Fridays. And I think you would agree that was a highlight. Fridays are a treat around here at the high school. And I think I want to try to get back to High Five mornings, kind of do the mornings. We got new steps, believe it or not, everyone, coming in from the student lot. The whole walkway and some things we have a lot of new concrete in areas. So I'm looking forward to some high fives in the morning, start our day with a smile, and kind of get back to the roots of how we started things with that relationship piece.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of, it's so good to see you both today. I feel like between Mrs. Goodwin and I, it was just like seeing words on a screen and going and checking on things and not seeing life. And now life is here. Last week, band was here. Now spring sports, goodness, fall sports are beginning, and there's a different energy. And all the while there's that, for me, I love the opening days. I'm only longing for some extra days because we're still restoring our building from the Christmas flood. But they're telling me that it's going to be ready to be functional opening day. So I'm excited about that. I just can't wait to get back into routines. And really, I'm going to say it right now because you're going to hear it 100 times. Can't wait to really start modeling our core values for all of our new students so they understand what we stand for and what was built before us and how we can continue to sustain that for future generations. So we look forward to seeing you all. This communication is going to be posted inside of our first reference guide for our families, which will be posted by tomorrow. So you'll get it when you get it. It'll be, this podcast will be recorded the day prior. But there's a lot of information in there. It's really important for you to kind of really take your time and process and realize that, yes, you have several more days before you have to push play on that. But we are all about preparing. We like when things are prepared in advance. So we want to make sure you got to know us today. So that's it from us. We're looking forward to seeing you and all of our staff here really soon. So the last thing we always say is go Toppers. So ready?
Go Toppers.